Do you
No.
see this?
I mean, you know, something.
Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. I have been hearing about this thing called performative males. I don't know what that is, so I'm hoping to learn about it in this video. So let's just jump straight into it. This is a video. Performative males aren't the problem, we are. By Omeezy. Let's jump right into it.
At a Value Village for $15. Unironically, a huge Claro fan. Period crap.
Oh.
I don't, but we could go back to my place later. I just get so mad when I think about it.
Yeah.
What's in that tote bag?
If you're lucky, you'll find out. Tampons should 100% be free. I just got a new Harriet Tubman tattoo. Have you heard of AOC? Women power.
You don't have a job?
Love is my job because love is in action. I would never own a TV. Who needs that? You know?
Performative men, like more specifically men who make it seem as though they are allies to women, but are actually like deeply like evil, aren't evil because they say feminist things. It is because they themselves are not actually feminists.
God forbid a man create an inner life for himself. Literally, God forbid a man develop confidence and a sense of style, and then women are like, trying too hard. Every guy I know wears a golf polo and hits me sometimes.
Hallmarks of a performative male include tote bags, books by female authors, matcha lattes, and Labubu dolls. Let's just find another way to call someone gay.
Over the past couple of months, I've been seeing these videos pop up about...
I am so confused. I don't know. So is a performative male a dude who's essentially tries to act like one of the girls? Is essentially the opposite of a pick-me? Is it just a male version of a pick-me? Is that what it is? Am I following correctly? Because if it is, I mean, like, dude's been doing that forever. That's not even like a new thing.
About people being performative males, and I honestly thought it was like another mythical creature. You know, the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, a job application, something that doesn't exist that I don't actually want to see. Until I started to go outside and I saw exactly what the internet was talking about. Men drinking matchas, carrying tote bags, reading poetry and playing guitars in parks. I can see why people are debating if this is some sort of authenticity or if it's even manipulative. But honestly, all those are the wrong questions. Thinking hard on it, I remember performative males back in high school and middle school. You know, the guys that read Twilight or that wore silly bands or puka shell necklaces that kind of stepped out there and did things for the attention of women. You know, those are the guys in elementary school who would display their speeds at recess to try to get the attention of women. And maybe or maybe not I participated in those things, but was it really a bad thing? I mean, we were doing performances every single day of the week. Like, it really didn't matter. We're performing all the time. I'm performing right now on camera.
Firstly, I gotta say, being a performative male is completely normal. Being a performative person in general is completely normal. Literally everybody performs. When you get pulled over while driving, you're not finna be talking to the police officer like you talk to your friends when you're on the game. You might morph into a whole different person. You're gonna be showing facial expressions that you never even thought was in you, using words that you didn't even know was in your vocabulary. But now that we've established the already existing performativeness in society, I wanna really establish how performativeness should be judged going forward. Calling performative males corny or inauthentic isn't the accurate judgment. We don't look at actors and say that was a cool performance or that was a lame performance. We say it was good or bad.
Men deepen their voices while talking on the phone or in front of a bunch of different women. They do the whole, oh, aren't those my shoes gimmick. I mean, people perform in normal every day-to-day tasks. Streamers do performances, actors do performances. Hell, your boss performs as if they like you.
I mean, that's true, but like I am confused. Why is this becoming a thing? Like, why is this not just now getting attention? Like, this hasn't been a thing. I know, Matt, like, do you not remember? Y'all tell me this. Am I old? I might be old. Oh Lord, am I old? Oh God. Okay. Do you guys remember the stereotype of like the dude who, like, you go to a party and there was always a guy who had a guitar just so he could like play it in front of girls? Is that just me? Is that just my life where like there was a guy and he had a guitar And he brought it to every party, even though we already had music playing, just so he could like impress girls. Be like, oh yeah, I'm a guitar player. Oh yeah, I'm a musician. Oh yeah, I write songs, love songs. Is that just me? Why is this now just becoming a thing where we're like, oh yeah, performative males? It's becoming like a trend. It's like, period cramps, they'll suck, right? Those dudes have been a thing. I'm not I'm not necessarily gonna call it corny. Probably because I've done it before. Probably. Lord. Hey, I was young, yo. I was young, bro. You know, you were young, you were dumb, you tried every method. You know what I mean? You tried every method. So I'm not gonna hate on nobody going through their process, going through their journey of growth. I'm not gonna hate on nobody. But like, it's just so weird that we're acting like this is the new thing. This has been a thing.
For the ones that are employed. So why is it all of a sudden a bad idea that people with tote bags and that drink matcha and wear like collared polo shirts with white t-shirts under them, why is that such a bad thing? Because we can't sit here and lie. Performing gives us some sort of results. If it didn't lead to positive outcomes, I don't think that people would be performing as much as they do. Now, that speaks to a greater societal issue, but nonetheless, acting as if you are somebody that you are not or something that you don't have interest in leads to you being more successful. And trust me, people need to learn to be successful nowadays. Now, while I do think that being a performative male can lead to some success, there are times in which some of these performances lead to greater suspicions, and that's just because you probably are really bad at performing, but your intention in your performance actually does matter.
The people we're about to discuss today have taken it to the next level. If the performative male trend had men dipping their toes in femininity, whatever you want to call this trend is dipping the whole damn leg in. These men aren't actually gay, and they aren't exploring some sort of gender expression. No, these are men who are treating femininity like the ultimate cheat code to get girls. You can call it the zesty method. And just to show you how effective the zesty method really is, there are content creators who have whole series about them being zesty pickup artists.
Oh my god. Bitch, I'm loving the new dude.
Thank you.
No, look at you.
I'm sorry. Do you see this?
I mean, you know, something. Okay, now
Mind you, it's only
Sorry, I need to take a... Lord have mercy.
okay to call a girl the B word if a dude is gay.
Now, this is what we call straight up manipulation. I can remember reading an excerpt from Barack Obama's book, I think, where he talked about how he would act as if he was into these politics, act as if he leaned in towards more of the femininity, you know, the feminist culture that was rising when he was in college in order to attract women, even though he did not actually care for these specific causes. That's exactly what this is, just in a different font. Pretending to be zesty in order to get women's attention and attraction is actually very manipulating and very harmful. Like, these are unsuspecting women and you're using words like bitch or hoe or whatever the case may be because it's okay in that community for them to call women this. But if you were a straight male presenting your real self, you knew that that wouldn't fly.
I'm a transfer. What about, yeah, you transferred too? Nah, you look so good. Oh, for real, what you hit?
Legs.
Kill it, kill it. No, I've been looking for a new gym partner. We should be down to hit the gym sometime.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it's working. It's working. That's the thing. It's working. That's rough. But he was talking about dudes been yeah, man. They're trying to obviously they're trying to manipulate. And they tried different methods. So whenever they try different methods. Whenever a method gets patched, they try a different method. You know, they try to find the new meta. Do I agree with that? No, I do not. I always believe in being your authentic self. I believe in being who God made you to be and in all things that come with that. The good, the bad. You know, and try to grow and improve. So if you're not in a space where you are able to attract, you know, a person, then you should work to where you are, but you work towards that authentically. I believe in that. but yeah, no, people like taking the easy way. I don't. Of course, people like taking the easy way. That's I don't. That shouldn't be a surprise. That should not be a surprise.
Can I take your number? Okay.
Oh, nah, no, wait,
Okay,
no,
okay,
I gotta do
okay.
this method. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my God, you are gorgeous.
It's your film.
No, oh my God, bitch, we're matching and everything. Oh my God, I'm loving the skirt. What's your name? I'm so sorry.
My name is Kelly.
Gio, nice to meet you.
Now, these specific YouTubers are just trying to get a joke off and a prank, but I can almost guarantee you that there are a lot of men out there that actually adopt this philosophy and ideology as a way to get women's numbers. And I don't even understand the end goal when they do it though, because at some point she's going to find out that you are a straight male trying to get her attention and just ultimately cut you off. It's probably one of the most stupidest ways that people can go about getting attention, but they do it. And this is a form of manipulation. No different than those nice guys who attempt to, you know, friendship their way into some box.
Thanks for inviting me over.
You invited yourself.
I know. I brought your favorite chips. No salt added.
Those aren't my favorite.
They're mine. So, where do you want me to put my my coat? Oh! Just kidding. Look, I'm gonna grab a drink. Do you want anything?
Oh, thank
Hey,
you.
yo.
Yo, son, I can't. It hurts. I can't do it. It actually hurts. I know he's joking, but it actually pains me to watch this. Oh man, I've watched dudes try so hard and it hurts. It actually. I'm getting flashbacks. Oh Lord have mercy. Someone save me.
Hey, yo.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I fart when I get nervous.
Do you need to use the bathroom?
Now, these types of dudes are literally the worst. They're losers, and they're actually bad people for preying on people's feelings, emotions, and honestly fears based off of potential past situations that they've had in order to gain some sort of attention or attraction on women. I think this is a total different level than, like, you know, reading a book that women may find interesting. This is a different, deeper level. Now that we've covered some of the...
I mean, yeah, I agree. I believe I believe it is manipulation. I believe it is, you know, it's lying. Really, what it is. It's lying. It's manipulation. I bet you they make it vague though. I bet you it's not even. I bet you it's not that they're super flamboyant, super like zesty, whatever. It's they make it ambiguous where it's like, oh, he could be, but I'm not sure. And then they try to flip that, but it's like, bro, if you can't attract somebody by being yourself, bro, then you just gotta work on you till you can. That's my honest opinion. I know it's not fun, it's not funny, it's whatever. Hey, I believe that you need to be your authentic self. I don't be who you are in the moment, bro. Come as you are, bro. That's how I feel.
The manipulators and stuff like that. I do want to ask why we do have a problem with performances when throughout history we have been looking at performative masculinity for a long time.
The way that we present ourselves has always been performative to some degree, and that includes how men portray their masculinity. The stoic breadwinner archetype in the 1950s was performing just as much as a guy that drinks matcha and wears a tote bag is today. There's actually so many examples of this with the cowboy aesthetic, the business suit, gym bro culture. We don't tend to look at it that way, but these are all different performances of masculinity.
I was watching that Tiny Say video and it made me think, how many of my actions and my decisions are actually of my own as opposed to things that society has conditioned me to believe is the right thing to do? Am I playing football because I actually like football, or is it because this is the thing that's going to get me women? Am I wearing these types of shoes?
Anybody who goes to the gym knows it doesn't get you women. It gets you compliment from men. So if you stay there, you truly love the thing. That's my, I guess here's my issue with that. The difference between apparently the difference between, from what I've seen, performative men and what she was describing is like, stoic archetype or cowboy said whatever, is that the performative man is a means to end, and it's not truly what they see themselves as is what they're trying to do to attract women, right? While the stoic or the cowboy aesthetic is, while it is probably also to attract women, I believe it's more of the men's, they one is something they want to emulate because they want to be like that. So it's something they're trying. It's a person. It's something they're trying to do because they want to be like that. It's not something they're trying to do just for women. It's that it also speaks to a part of them where they are relating to that, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool. That's masculine. That's something I want to emulate." That's why I would say is the difference between that. While the performance, it seems like they don't necessarily believe what they're saying, and they're in its aesthetic purely just to attract women, but they don't actually care about what that aesthetic implies, right? That's what I would say is the difference. So like when someone's like, oh yeah, I'm into football, I'm into basketball, but you have like a team and you know the players, and like I would say you're into that. I wouldn't say that's just because you're yes, did society influence you to do it? 100%. Yeah, sure, 100%. I mean, if it didn't exist, then you wouldn't have been influenced into it. Duh, right? We're influenced by a lot of factors around us. That's just is what we're always going to be influenced. That's kind of what life will influence you in different ways. But then it becomes a point, like example, right? I was into anime before it was cool in like the early 2000s. No girls liked me because I liked anime. If anything, my wife does not care about me liking anime now. Me liking anime has never attracted a woman to me ever in life. A woman has never been attracted to me because I like that. That has literally never helped me in that department. I still like anime, and it was an influence in my life because I watched it when I was super young, and so it stuck with me. But it's something I'm really into, and it gave me appreciation for animation, which then built my love for film in general, and that's something that I'm into now. I'm into, probably for the rest of my life. I was influenced by factors around me to like it, but I would say I genuinely like it. It's something because there's no immediate benefit for me. There's no superficial benefit for me. Nobody is more attracted to me because of that. At least that's been my experience. Maybe there's other people where that has been a thing, but for me personally, no one's been attracted to me because of the things that I'm into. And so I would say that's I think it's very short-sighted. I don't know if that's the word. Is the word short-sighted? I don't know if that's the word. It's very I don't want to say disingenuous because I believe he believes what he's saying, but it's just I think it's just really one-sided to believe that we are only into it. We're only into something one for the immediate gratification that for what it could possibly give us, instead of just being into the thing itself, even though we have been influenced to like the thing. I don't know. That's my take.
Or these types of clothes, or attending these types of conferences or movies because these are things that I actually like? Or is it because society has told me that this is what it means to be a man, and being more aligned with masculinity is a way for me to get a woman and be successful in life? Especially because masculinity is forever evolving and we can't place one singular definition on this. It makes sense that men would be transitioning into new ages and new eras when it comes to what they are interested in, what they define as acceptable, what they like to tune into, listen to, drink, wear, whatever, etc., etc. But when we do associate different things like matchas and loafers with being like performative male culture and this isn't your true identity, we're restricting masculinity. No different than when we transitioned into like the metrosexual era back in the early 2000s where men were clipping their toenails. They were automatically labeled as gay. Like they were automatically labeled as gay. There's no secret behind it. Is performative male the new age way of saying zesty, which was the new age way of saying gay? No, some of y'all are still performative, but there is a little bit of merit to that. Don't worry. There is a little bit of something to that. And I know somebody's probably asking behind the screen, Omar, how do I know if this is a real interest or if this is something that social media told me to like?
But I just want to know how we actually measure authenticity when we live in this world where we're all constantly being influenced by each other. I mean, people are literally being paid to be influencers in this day and age. And so we're definitely all getting influenced when we're on the internet, whether we know it or not. A lot of the clothing choices, hobbies, food that we decide to eat, a lot of the times is because we saw it on social media first. So it's very hard to say you authentically, or rather than authentically, but organically discovered something in this day and age.
From choices in what we eat to our fashion choices to hell, even our opinions, we are constantly getting influenced with social media. I've seen people in real time take talking points from my videos and use it in an argument that they were making. And because they couldn't elaborate the point, because they didn't make the point, it kind of fell flat on its face. And I've seen them also then turn to me and kind of get me to try to justify what they were saying. But it was like, wow, when are you going to develop your original thought? And this tracks through all of the diet experiences that people have when they go out, try some sort of new diet and then tell people that this is the way of clean and healthy eating, when we know that everybody should have a diet based off of their own individuality. And that's like for health and safety reasons, to be honest with you. And it also goes to the hype beast era when people were wearing Supreme box logos and running around with the Nike Air Mags because they thought that that was the hip thing to do. Influences are real. So I think a lot of people do things because they saw it on the internet. It's something that is cool. It's the aesthetic. Maybe their favorite streamer has this car, has this watch, so they try to get something similar to it. Maybe their favorite rapper has this certain jacket or hoodie on, so they try to get into it. But what
I don't, that's the thing, is I don't think I mind if somebody is, if you see a thing and you think it's cool, I don't think that's a problem. And you're like, oh wow, I really like that. I think that would look good on me, or if I had that watch or whatever. I don't see that as an issue. I think my problem, or at least what he seems to be speaking to, is when you see something and you're like, oh, that must be the popular thing, and I have to then jump on that bandwagon because it's the popular thing so I can be accepted. I think what he's talking about is just a lack of a sense of self-identity in people in general. We're gonna be influenced by people around us. That just is what it is. Like, that's, I was influenced by my parents, I was influenced by my friends, I was influenced by my wife, you know, the church I go to. I've been and being influenced now, but that doesn't mean I don't have a sense of self. Doesn't mean I don't know who I am. And so when I do pick an outfit and I'm like, wow, I really like how this goes with me, that is a sense of, like, does that mean I'm the first person to ever wear that? No. I will never be the first person to ever wear anything. That's not how I'm not high fashion enough for that. But I think it still sticks to a sense of authenticity. You know, I think if you have a sense of who you are, if you know who you are, and you know who you are, you know, who you are as an identity, like you got that down pat, and you know, even if you're being influenced, there's a foundation you can go back to, right? It's that people who don't have that foundation where they go wherever the wind blows. So it's like, if the new popular thing is you know, Air Forces, then they're going out to buy Air Forces. If the next popular thing is Dunks, they're going to buy Dunks. You know, but like there's no, you know, if they see someone who they have deemed as a cool person, and that person speaks an opinion that then becomes their opinion, without them digesting and really thinking about, oh, does that sit well on my spirit? Does that feel right to me? They don't go any further. They don't think about like the repercussions and but they don't think about I won't say repercussions. They don't think about the deeper the deeper things that come with that opinion. They don't think about that. They don't think about what that means to on a macro scale. They heard someone say it. It sounded right. It sounded good, and it didn't go any deeper than that. That's a lack of sense of identity. That's a lack of knowing who you are, and I think that speaks to a different problem. In my opinion, that speaks to a different problem of everybody trying to be everybody else and no one's trying to be themselves. And I think that is something that we all need to be aware of, and we all need to encourage each other to, hey, figure out who you are. You know, and one of my in a previously a while, it's been a while ago, I talked about the importance of sitting with yourself in silence if you have to, and really figure out, hey, what are my thoughts about things? You know, like, who am I when everything else is stripped away? And if you don't have an answer, I implore you to answer, because we have too many people, we have too many drones that jump from the school system to the work system and don't explore any there's no introspection. And that is, to me, one of the greatest weakness someone can have, is to have a lack of self-awareness. Yeah.
Would I necessarily say that that's performative? Probably not. There's no way to really answer the question of what is their intent in good faith, because honestly, you'd be ultimately discrediting somebody, and at that point, nobody would be believable. Like, I couldn't even say that I got waves because I actually like waves. You'd probably say you watched 360 Jeezy back in the day, and now you're being a performative male because you know waves can lead to girls. I think people can grow into a real, genuine interest in some of these things. Yeah, that's right. Matcha potentially does taste good. So this guy probably isn't just drinking it to attract women. It's probably just a good and refreshing drink. He may have started that way, don't get me wrong, but it's okay for him to go down this specific path and drink this specific drink or wear these specific clothes because, hey, this looks good, it feels good, and this matcha tastes good. So the real question isn't, is this performative male authentic or not authentic? Is this a bad thing or not a bad thing? The real question is, why do we feel the need to police some of these performative males? Now, I wholeheartedly get it. Everyone who does performance for the sake of gaining some sort of advantage by playing on somebody's fears, emotions, and feelings, that's you being a predator more than anything. That's not being a performative male. But I do think that there is some merit and some value in people performing. Again, we do it all the time. If I ever do fill out one of those job applications where somebody asks me questions, you best believe I'm gonna have my Sunday's best on with a bright smile for a job that I ultimately don't care about. It's just something that I need to pay the bills. And I've seen those stupid claims of people like ragging on Kai Cenat or some of these other top streamers for performing in their reactions when they get subbed and donated. But what are we supposed to do? Like, are they just supposed to ignore it and move on? That would seem ungrateful. It's almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. Think about it. People are ragging on these performative males because they're doing things that the people that they are trying to attract find attractive. Homo? That doesn't make too much sense. Some of this is rooted in some sort of like homophobic rhetoric. Some of this is rooted in just hate speech. Some of this is rooted in hateful thought. But ultimately, what people need to realize is that people should be allowed to grow and change over time. They should be allowed to find themselves. And if through finding themselves, they find a bunch of different other people who inspire them and they replicate them, well, that's ultimately fine and dandy. Trust me, you can only drink but so many matchas before matcha becomes disgusting to you if you really don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like matcha at all. I tried it. I really did. I thought it was going to be one of the things where like you had to grow to like it. So I tried it multiple times. I didn't like it. I tried, y'all. Because I heard the hype. And I was like, oh, well, let me try it. Because maybe it's I'm not a coffee drinker. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay, well, maybe this will be my thing. You know what I'm saying? Not my thing. And that's cool. And that's okay. If you genuinely like matcha, good for you, big dog. Hey, more props to you. That's your your taste, taste palette is different than mine. That's fine. But yeah, no, I now know what a performative male is. And it is the same thing that has existed since the beginning of time. And so I don't know about you, but I feel like I may have wasted my time on that. And so I'm gonna just let y'all go. Hey, let me know in the comments what you guys think about performative male. What you guys think about being influenced. If you think, if you were influenced to like a thing that is no longer genuine, is no longer authentic, I'd love to know you guys' thoughts. I think that'd be an interesting conversation. So just let me know what y'all think. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Hey, stay blessed, don't stress, and I'll see y'all in the next. Peace.
In their mind, oh, what a dangerous game. Just a moment with the wrong thought, here comes the downfall like a flood, like a flood.